No, we'll talk with everyone in the camp first. Good Walkim's rest. So we have several places, obviously, where we can go, right? If you look at quests, we have find the way to Moonrise Tower, which means either Mountain Pass or the Underdark are the two options. Both of them I unlocked. The Absolute Dits and Ages to Grimforge. I kind of just want to do the Overpass, to be honest. Because I'm guessing not many people do. Because the game is kind of pushing you towards doing the other one. So yes, Mountain Pass it is. Hey there, Kaga.
Hey, soldier. We've got a long way ahead of us.
Also, we're
There's
gonna
something I want to tell you. But don't
calm
worry,
down now.
it's nothing bad.
Well, depending.
Depending. Hear that? Infernal engine for a heart. Lets me burn as hot as the hells. Thing's been running in overdrive since I left Avernus. Won't be seeing my mechanic anytime soon, so I've been making the most of the extra heat. But it's meant I can't get too friendly. If I'm excited, nervous, scared, I'll light you up like a firework.
Will you now? Kinky. But yes, so now we're out of chapter 1. So we are gonna take it a bit slower, do more, conversations, actually listen to them, not just skip through them because we were doing it because we saw the first chapter so many times. Now we're taking our time. This is all new stuff. Enjoy yourself. Have a nice time. Also, we are gonna move to Tactician. How the hell did you get an infernal engine for a heart?
High pain tolerance. And a dynamic duo of truly shitty bosses. Tell you the story, but I
Interesting.
really need to find someone who can tune up my engine sooner rather than later. Believe me when I say this thing is hot. The first time I faced down those paladins, they let slip they'd met an infernal mechanic in the area. A tiefling. But I didn't see him anywhere.
There are some tieflings holed up in a druid's grove nearby. We might look there.
Sounds like a good lead. Hopefully our guy will be among them. A tune-up would do this old tub a world of good.
Old tub. A world of good.
You wish to speak?
I do wish to speak Halsin. I found the stronghold in Underdark you mentioned. A place called Grimforge.
Impressive. Most would quake at the mere thought of delving that far into the Underdark. What did you find?
Absolute followers, but that's about all.
Keep looking. If they're present, then it's likely there's a route to Moonrise somewhere. It may prove impossible to avoid the Shadow Curse entirely. But if you find any way to limit your exposure, seize it.
Sure.
Miss it? Oh dear, no. It's a terrible burden. Takes you away from nature and forces you to deal with others' problems and personalities. Be wary of anyone who actually wants such a role, I say. Likely they don't understand it, or they have ill intent. I'm just glad to be out here amidst the Oak Father's creations.
What about the Secret Stronghold in the Underdark? You must know
Precious
more.
little, but I'm quite certain it can still be found.
You're still faring well at camp, I hope.
With such stimulating company? Never better.
Tell me, what can I do for you?
That protocol of yours, why make it so difficult?
The instructions were easy enough, weren't they? If slightly elaborate. I find that a healthy amount of theatrics, a voice from the beyond, a magic flute, a friendly, if highly combustible magma method, tends to make for a more compelling case. If nothing else,
Interesting.
I'm sure I piqued your curiosity.
I was wondering that condition of yours, why does it require magic?
Think of it as tribute. The kind a king might pay to a more powerful neighbor to avoid invasion. As long as I pay, there will be peace. But should I ever stop, along comes a war.
Comes in war.
I can
Interesting.
assure you, the battlefield would extend well beyond the borders of my body alone. An eruption the size of Waterdeep, I think my exact words were.
I never realized it was so easy to
I
cast
assure
magic.
you it's not. Don't get me wrong, you did well. The somatic component, The verbal component, even the focus on the inner self that invites Mistra in. But I was still your conduit. To perform such a feat alone requires much and arduous study. Yet it is
Interesting.
life's most worthy pursuit in my impartial, if not humble opinion.
So what did you think about what I pictured when we were connected by the weave? Ooh, kinky.
Oh, I was surprised, but pleasantly so. Just like I said, amid the madness that has befallen us, it seems almost out of place to think of a kiss. And yet, now more than ever, it's important to recall what makes us human. Well, you know what I mean. A
I
stolen
do know.
glance, that sudden heartbeat. Sometimes the little things are worth more than kingdoms. The promised
Aww.
things to come.
Gale is so romantic. I was wondering about that mighty lord you told me about in your story.
Ah, yes. Karsus. Karsus was
Causes.
perhaps the most powerful wizard that ever lived. The child who would be a god, the elves called him. And he tried. With a spell of his own devising, he endeavored to usurp in one fell swoop the power of the goddess of magic. Mistril, she was called then. Imagine what it must have felt like to be a god, to know yourself, to be untouchable, to be mistaken. As Karsus aimed his spell at her, she began to unravel, and with her, the entire weave. Too late did he realize what he had unleashed. It would have been the end of everything had not Mistril sacrificed herself. The goddess of magic is all magic. By dying, the entire weave was lost, and the spell that challenged a god failed. It was the end of Mistril, the end of Karsus, and the end of an entire civilization. As the
Interesting.
child who would be a god was turned to stone, his empire came crashing down around him. The floating
Netheril.
cities of Netheril were no more. An event that came to be known as Karsus's folly.
Karsus's folly. So at that moment in time, all magic was
For a
gone.
spell, Mistral was reborn as Mistra. Upon her return, the weave returned with her. Now, so many centuries later, I try to follow in the footsteps of Karsus. Not to destroy Mistra, but to prove my love for her. Try to control only a fraction of the magic that was unleashed that
Interesting.
fateful day. I merely sought to return one tiny diamond to an imperfect crown. Gale's folly, one might call it. History, repetition.
Way things
the way
go.
things
If you ever feel Netherese magic overtaking you, what will you do?
If it should ever come to that, if I ever know I am no longer able to stop it, I will do anything I can to ensure no one but me pays for my mistakes. I will
Interesting.
find the remotest place on the surface of Faerun, or perhaps far below in the depths of the Underdark. I will await that death, alone. I promise
Aww.
I will not betray your trust. You kept me by your side despite the menace that I am. If worst comes to worst, I will be long gone before the curtain falls.
Because apparently Tactician doesn't really allow you to, not do smart decisions. Or your character is just gonna get eaten. I'm just minute difficulty is still Tactician. Okay. So the last FPS I played was Counter-Strike 0. And we were playing it in school on 6 computers, LAN party style. Ooh. Glorious Vaulting, Potion of Animal Speaking, Health Bot Gold. The big guy. That's luck. I want you to run in. Okay, now let's see. Just looking at the men, huh? I mean, then you would probably love this game. Just, disable the streamer thing, and you'll see a lot of good-looking men already from the disengage. Already on the creation screen, you can see a lot of good-looking men. Let's focus him. Miss. Okay. Fine. Yes, please group up nicely. I will bless myself. Bless myself, for I am holy. Let's do mirror image too. This could be a bit more tanky and stuff. Okay, just come here. Just looking at them hunks. Hey, they're good looking hunks. And you can make your own fantasy good looking hunk, so it's understandable. Okay, let's do a big shatter. To all of these dum-dums. And then, Gale, you run as far as you can. Okay, Lae'zel, your job is not to miss. To hit this thing as much as possible. Preferably good. Also take its armor, because even if it gets resurrected, now it does not have armor, right? Thank you for following. Very much appreciated. Very, very much appreciated. I'm gonna try to show you some hunks in this game. Okay, let's do this then. I hope you guys enjoyed that explosion. Let's try and stealth. Hiding successful and hiding failed. So which one is it? Nice. Okay. Let's do this. What do we do? Let's just do a small smite. Who has the least? You have the least health? You have the least health. Good job. Well, another one down. Let's armor up. Okay, that's fine. And now we just rush Mr. Death Shepherd. I mean, look at Gale and his fancy helmet. That looks terrible. And I need to unshow it. Unless we miss. Lazolini. Good job. Do another hit, please. Good job. Don't need heals. Let's shove one of these away. Okay. Let's do a big shatter. They're all grouped up. Big shatter. There we go. Now, Lae'zel, can you finish this up? Please? Thank you. That's definitely what I wanted. For you to miss both of those. So he might get another turn. If we can't kill him now. Which we can't. Actually, don't Yeah. The worst part of it, I was thinking that would happen. It's pretty obvious. Let's do Shatter again. Okay, so he's dead. Good. That's fine then. That's one. That's two. Try this first. Shove, maybe? There we go. Hit him. 5 damage, really. One hit, that's fine, and finish him off. Stealth and... Okay, so definitely harder encounters. You have to actually think and do things. Which wasn't always the case. Okay. Read this one. Duke Ravengard is to be delivered unharmed or mostly so immediately. Moonrise Towers cannot fulfill its destiny until the Duke has been delivered. Those who succeed will be rewarded. Blah blah blah.
The Absolute's forces have taken Duke Ravengard to Moonrise Towers. A powerful asset. Just what are their intentions, I wonder? The walk.
It is definitely worth the look. So cool. Look at it. You could do this too. So gorgeous. This game is incredibly pretty. Chasm. Cable cart wheel. Ooh.
That was tough. It's kind of been used in a while.
Da-da-da. So you can take this path too, where you just jump around, or you can just take the cable cart if you do the strength check. An opulent... How did I miss an opulent chest? Arcane cultivation and some golden toxic. And, ooh, charming little egg. And then there's this little dum-dum waiting.
You're a wizard.
And a dead blue jay.
Who the
Elminster?
Elminster?
The very same, Gale. And a fair bit miffed he is, too. Finding himself forced to expose his best pair of boots to so many miles of country road on your behalf.
He looks so much like a wizard, it's not even possible. Can you look more like a wizard than Elminster? I think proper introductions are in order.
Meet Elminster Ormar. A good friend of mine, but rather more significantly, he's the most famed and respected wizard in the realms.
Am I, indeed? Most famed and respected errand boy, more like. I was bid to spare neither time nor my own self to find you. She sent me, Gale. You know of whom I speak.
But why? Out with it, Elminster. Please.
Young man, has your
His name is Omar. Is he a Turkish wizard? Do you think this man is a Turkish wizard?
Nigh a 10-day I've gone without honest fare, worthy of the name. Drank naught, but what the sky entitled my thirst. Why, some bread, cheese, and a cup of wine would appear unto me a feast. Surely you won't begrudge me a mite of rest and repast before I get out with it?
Yes, Gale, where is your decorum?
Oh, for the love of...
This way, then? To your camp. Oh, don't dawdle now, lad. You're the one who's in such a frightful hurry.
Oh, nigh on 13 centuries old, and he still thinks with his stomach. We'd best follow. and see if he's more disposed to speak plainly once it's stopped its grumbling.
Very well, I suppose I am as curious as you are to hear what he has to say. I am
Wise
definitely
choice.
curious.
Better to indulge your curiosity than Elminster's appetite.
Yes, what a delightful wedge of old Elfturian that was. Doesn't do to parley on an empty stomach, you know. Makes one's words frivolous when they should
Yes,
be
yes, it
grave.
does indeed. Allow.
Plenty to digest, after all. A good deal to stew over, if you will. Words ladled with import should be savored so as to better absorb their meaning. Wouldn't you agree?
Elminster!
Right.
Yes, indeed it is, Bokuto.
See,
I see someone's an
what is to
otaku.
say? Gale, my boy, I've come to address a most pressing matter. I'll speak as plainly as I can, forswearing the accustomed frills that decorate my speech. I'm here on behalf of Mistra. The message and the charge I bring you are hers.
Mistra herself, huh? You were sent here as an actual divine messenger?
Oh, Mistra's delicate feet are ill-suited for the hardships of the road.
You know where you went wrong, Gale. No, we needn't dwell on that here and now. But even so, you're to be given a chance of redemption.
Mistra would consider forgiveness.
She would consider what she considers to be forgiveness. Mistra is
She
aware
considers
of the
it
misadventures
forgiveness.
that have befallen you both. She knows of your strife with the Absolute, that most insidious of evils.
If even the gods know, why are we facing these threats alone?
They choose the instruments of their will with great precision. Sometimes the single drops we think we are do not realize what waves we are building up to be. Do not discount yourself, and by the same token, do not discount your enemy.
I will not.
You must know that the Absolute is more dangerous than you can possibly conceive.
Interesting.
It threatens all who live, even those who are undying. It threatens the gods, the weave, the very fabric of the universe itself. That is why I have come here to charge you, Gale, with its destruction. It is Mistra's belief that only you can.
Interesting. So gods are a little scared of the absolute. Very interesting. Gale alone? How so?
Precisely. Mistra has granted me the power to stop the clock, as it were, on the orb's rush to overpower you. Instead, you will be able to unleash its lethal combustion at will.
Interesting. This could be help or hindrance. We shall have to see.
You must find the heart of the Absolute, whatever that may be, and use yourself as the catalyst that will burn it from this world.
Yeah, say what you will, but you can't force Gale to go through with this.
No, indeed. But I think she trusts me too.
It brings me no pleasure saying this, my friend, but such is Mistra's will. Yours must be the sacrifice that will undo the Absolute. And for your sacrifice, you
He'll be redeemed.
will be redeemed. Such is Mistra's promise. With that, I've said my sorry piece, and need only bestow unto thee the charm I was bid. It is done. Both charge and charm have been committed into your care. To you, I commit into care Gale himself. I count on you to shepherd him well on this strangest of
Strange journey
journeys.
indeed. It shall be
On
done.
my honor, I'm not sure yet I can say the same.
Like moons make swell and wane the nescient seas, so too the sky-strewn gods ordain the tidal fates of mortal days. And yet,
He's very eloquent.
an ocean born in lonely hours, come ebb, come flow, come all that is beyond the breadth of our dominion. Be a moon unto yourself. Even the waves of fate can break upon the shores of will.
When the waves of fate
Farewell,
can
my
break upon the
friend.
shores of will. That's very
Farewell,
poetic.
Elminster. I'm glad she chose you.
Bye bye, Elminster. He just disappears. He just goes whoop. Hello, Scratch. Hello, Scratchy.
Scratch's tail wags enthusiastically.
Pet Scratch.
Scratch's tongue lolls out happily. His tail wagging.
Always pet the dog. Okay, what's up, Gale?
An audience with Elminster is never less than... I'd have hoped to introduce you to him in less dire circumstances. But those are hard to come by these days.
A little bit. Actually, he didn't seem much of a friend, showing you up and demanding you kill
It's
yourself.
not a demand he wanted to make of me. As mistress chosen, he had no choice but to deliver her message. However much it pained him to do so. For Mistra to have sent him, the severity of her bidding could not be clearer, or weigh more heavily on me. Time seems so infinite when you're young. A month is an age. A year is a lifetime. It is a strange feeling to realize how little of it one might have left.
Are you seriously considering doing what Elminster said?
Of course. We offer the clearest solution to our problem. All I have to do is find the right place and time, close my eyes, and let go. Then the slate will be clean. Wrongs will be righted. The Absolute will be gone.
I don't understand. Can't Mistra just destroy the Absolute? Or Elminster himself?
I've no doubt she has the power to do so, but as for the permission, Ao would not look kindly on her meddling in mortal affairs. Divine intervention has a tendency to make things worse, not better. As for Elminster, he's saved the realms more times than legend can recount. But to take on a god is no easy feat, even for him. My orb is the best chance we have. And only I can wield it.
There's surely another
If it
way.
was, I'm sure the goddess of magic and the greatest wizard who ever lived would have identified it. But alas, only one solution is offered. That remains ahead of us for now. The heart of the Absolute must be discovered before I can stop its beating.
I'll make sure to find it, Gale, I promise.
Then I suppose there is nothing more to be done but find the heart of the Absolute.
Okay, so you can go to the Shadowcrest lands like this. Okay. See. What is this? Now what? Indeed. Kobolds are one of the favorite things of mine in D&D games. Do-do-do. What's your favorite thing
enough.
to bake?
On your feet.
Where are you taking us?
If this is about that weapon your friend was talking about, we don't have it and we don't know shit about it.
Silence! Move!
No. No, I'm not going in there. I won't.
I mean, I would be sad, but
Anyone want to join
they have
us?
the Absolute's necklace, so they're just,
As I
dum-dums.
thought. Through the doors. Now.
Githyanki looks
Captain
so
is
funny.
expecting you.
Githyanki males especially look so funny.
Forward, carefully. These cultists have the crash on high alert.
Artifact of feeling stirs. Uncertainty.
The artifact has feelings, and it's feeling uncertainty.
Curiosity is getting the better of you. Do not let it. Stay away from the Githyanki. They're
Well-
hunting you. They want the artifact.
Interesting.
They'll stop at nothing to take it from you.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. I hope you had a great time. Hey, if you liked the video, don't forget to subscribe and like and or dislike the video if you dislike it. And see you next time, or see you in my Twitch. Bye bye.